Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let's get over the hump and get ready for Thursday. We're finally ready for week 16 to get underway. Waivers may have run, or maybe they're running tonight. Still time. Make some last minute additions to your playoff team. Gonna assume everybody here is in the semis, maybe even the championship. I know we got some teams already telling us this is it, this is their final. Um, I guess it's better than week 18, right? At least you're not playing until the last
Yes.
week. I mean, I'm not sure why exclude week 17, but hey, you do you. Every commissioner's got their own set of rules. Um, do you? I don't know. Do you feel like week 17 is still the sweet spot for championships? There's so many different ways now. It used to just be pretty straightforward. Now there's all sorts of different ways that leagues run.
Yeah, I feel like week 17 is a sweet spot because I talked about this. I mean, the fantasy football season is already so short. I mean, you want to squeeze out as much of it as you can, but you don't want to go to week 18 because then you run the risk of like, oh, look, the Lions and the Bills and the Ravens and the Chiefs or what, everybody's benching everybody and all the guys who carried you aren't playing this week. And now you got to go to the waiver wire and pick up, Caleb Williams because you can't play Josh Allen in your championship game or whatever. Like, yeah, so 17 is the sweet spot.
Yeah, I mean the last week it's when you'll see some teams rest players. Week before, not usually, not so much, but hey, whatever. You just want to get it done early, get it done early, I guess. um, so, are you running out to the waiver wire to pick up Michael Penix Jr.? Had this bomb drop while we were live last night. We didn't really have a lot of time to discuss it because, of course, a ton of questions, So let's process it a little bit now, and then we had a little bit of time to think about this. I mean, obviously, we knew this might happen. I'm still shocked though. I'm surprised that it happened. Like if Deshaun Watson couldn't get benched after how many games, I'm shocked that Kirk Cousins would get benched. But I don't know. Did you see this happening this year?
I did not see this happening this year, but I didn't see Kirk Cousins being this bad either. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough one because there's obviously this impacts. I don't think it impacts Bijan. In fact, it might be a benefit for Bijan Robinson, but this certainly impacts Drake London. Man, I've seen differing takes on this, right? I've seen some people say like, "Hey, it's better than Kirk Cousins. I'm higher on Drake London now." And then I've seen other people, and this is kind of where I stand, is like, well, this is a guy making his first NFL start. I know it's the Giants. It's probably the best possible matchup you could have for starting your first NFL game. But at the same time, it's like, we don't know what the connect. And I saw something today where he's barely thrown to the first team wide receivers in practice this year because it's been all Kirk Cousins. But he did work all offseason with Ray McCloud. So are we ready? Are we ready for Ray McCloud to lead the team in receiving this week? I don't know.
Would that be surprising? It would not. Yeah, so I just mentioned this as well. We have to be realistic, number one. I know we're all excited every time a rookie plays, but we have to be realistic as the quarterback. It's the toughest position to play. So quarterback making his first start, okay, there's that. And the Giants matchup might actually wind up being a negative for him because I actually was shocked when I saw this stat. I looked it up. There has not been a single 300-yard passer against the Giants all season. Not one. And before Lamar Jackson last week, when he threw 5 touchdowns against the Giants, no quarterback had thrown for more than 2 touchdowns. No 3 touchdown games, no 4. Nobody. You know why? Because teams don't have to pass to beat the Giants. There's just no need to do it. It's not because their defense isn't, is good. It's not. It's just you don't have to. So I don't see big numbers for him, even if they are super aggressive and pass a lot. And that's the other thing. I don't think they're going to be very aggressive and pass it a lot because they won't need to. They have Bijan Robinson. They're not going to make him go out there and throw it 40 times for absolutely no reason. It's going to be a conservative game plan. It's probably going to be a lot of Ray McCloud, to be honest. So it's going to be probably a disappointing statistical output. You know what I mean? So for fantasy, I'm like, no, he'll be okay at best, I think. Like super flex, maybe you could risk it because that way you don't have to think about, let's see, who's it? Drew Lock this week? Drew Lock, Spencer Rattler, and those guys. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So in my estimation, I think Drake London is okay, but I'm not rushing out to start him. I think you feel that way, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one. Like this could go either way, right? But I just feel like there's a lot of risk here. So yeah, it's a risk of like you getting nothing from him or hardly anything. So it obviously
Right.
it always depends on who else you got.
True. And what about Mooney?
Mooney, I'm just gonna pass on. I mean, he's coming off a goose egg, anyways. But man, like, yeah, I think I can pass on Mooney pretty easily now.
Yeah, same here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I like him as a quarterback. I think he's going to be right. I think he'll look good. He'll be fine. But in real life, fantasy is a different story. There are plenty of bad real life quarterbacks that can put up good fantasy games. We miss you, Jameis Winston. What about a guy who has been still pretty good in real life, not great for fantasy? That's Pat Mahomes. That's right. Pat Mahomes has not been one of the best fantasy quarterbacks all year, but I still think he's better than Carson Wentz. I think I'll say that.
Yes.
He's probably going to play this week. So much for the high ankle sprain. Full practice now 2 days in a row. Is that right?
That's correct. Looking like he's going to give it a go this week. So at least you can feel a little bit better about guys like Worthy, Hopkins, I guess Kelsey, however good you can feel about Kelsey these days.
Well, I don't feel great because even though the Texans have given up a lot in terms of passing yardage, not last week, the Dolphins, of course, but before that they did. And it's just, I don't know. This is what you thought preseason. You see this game on the schedule, week 16, Texans Chiefs. You're like, man, that's going to be a good one. And now I'm like, that's okay. Like, it'll just be okay. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling it's not going to be a high scoring game. And not just because Pat Mahomes is gimpy. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel great about any of the Chiefs here, not even Travis Kelce, just because Mahomes is playing. Is that weird?
No, I mean, yeah, he hasn't been good. So, yeah, I don't think it's weird at all.
Well, at least Kelsey's playable now because it's not Carson Wentz.
Right.
And then George Pickens might not be playable. This game also on Saturday. This is why we're telling you it's Wednesday. A lot of teams first practice, don't take too much away from it. But now these two teams, Chiefs and the Steelers, have Saturday games. So with Pickens, a second straight DNP, is he going to miss again?
Yeah, I think he's going to, sadly. I mean, again, they only because they play on Saturday, they only have one more practice, really. That's tomorrow. So unless he practices full tomorrow, man, yeah, I can't feel good about Pickens and probably gonna be without him again this week. Last year, Pickens won you your playoffs. This year, he's losing it for you. Or I guess he's not losing it. He's just not contributing to it at all.
Yeah, he's doing nothing. He's just taking the playoffs off. I mean, he's not taking off, but yeah. This is what you never know. Can't feel good about Russ in any form whatsoever. I don't feel good about any Steelers at this point, so it's not a good matchup for them either. But keep an eye on this. If you do have Pickens and you were hoping he might come back, like you said, even if it's just a limited practice tomorrow, is that enough for you to think that you might even risk starting him, or it would have to be full?
Yeah, it would have to be full. Like he's good to go. No issues, which highly doubtful at this point.
Yeah. All right. Well, we still do have another day left for him, and then 2 days for the others. So all sorts of names are going to pop up today on the injury report. Don't read too much into it because, especially this late in the season, especially the teams that are still, trying to make the playoffs, they'll give some of their players a rest day. They'll err on the side of caution. Right, these guys have been playing for a couple of months now, so don't read too much into it. But those are the big ones we're definitely going to keep an eye on, and we'll see tomorrow. This is why we stream every day, because what you say one day changes a lot from one day to the next. Well, here's what has not changed, though. Definitely will not change for a long time, if ever. Underdog is a great place to go to take your NFL picks, and if you're new, you get a free pick. That has pretty much been every single week, but What does change is who it is. It doesn't matter. It's a free pick. Take it. It's higher than 0.5 total yards, and this week it's Justin Herbert. So new customers get a free pick as usual. You sign up for the very first time on Underdog, you get this Justin Herbert getting a yard. Take the higher. You win that pick. Take any other pick that you like. And again, it's not just NFL. You can do any sport that's going on here. And you also, as a new customer, besides the freebie, you get bonus cash up to $1,000 for your first deposit. They'll match 50%, but make sure you use code ENDGAME when you check out to take advantage of that. And always still a good idea to download our app. It's called Draft Lane. So Draft Lane connects you with us anytime, not just on the streams here, but you ask your questions, we answer them. Starts at waiver wire. Maybe you're still trading. Maybe you got a dynasty league, whatever it is. Ask and we will answer. So it's a free download from the App Store, the Play Store, and you can check out all the features that it includes, and it still syncs with your Yahoo and Sleeper leagues. All right. We know you got questions. We got a lot of questions yesterday. It's playoff time. For some of you, this is it. Maybe even the last hurrah. So let's start with Dylan Dembeck. Welcome, Dylan. Semifinals. Speaking of underdog, he thinks he is the underdog because Monty is out. Needs to pick 2 to flex. This is non-PPR. Tracy McMillan, Jonnu, and Njoku.
I don't know IDP. I mean, I know who those guys are, but I don't know like how your scoring works. I feel like Roquan Smith probably gets a ton of tackles. Probably good in IDP. I don't really play IDP, gonna be honest, Dylan. Man. Non-PPR. I don't feel great about Tracy. Can't feel great about Njoku now with DTR. I think McMillan might be my favorite out of this. At least he's got big play upside, touchdown upside. Jeez. Who does Tracy play this week? Oh, yeah, they play the Falcons. It's not a good matchup for Tracy against the Falcons. Man, he lost the goal line work to Singletary. I might just go McMillan and Jonnu here.
Yeah, I mean, you'd prefer to have some running backs in there. If this is all you got, yeah, that's what I would do. Jalen and Jonnu. Guessing, you probably already know this, Dylan, but we don't know. Like, you look for a running back on the waiver wire that might be able to plug and play for you, like a Kendrick Miller if he's available, Jerome Ford if he's available.
Mm-hmm.
That would be choice number 1. But if this is all you got, let's go with those middle 2 options. And as far as IDP, I mean, yeah, Roquan Smith, he's a beast. If he's healthy, he's playing. I'm probably just picking him. I did look it up just to make sure I'm not missing anything. So Roquan didn't do a lot last week, but again, it was the Giants, right? It's the Giants. They didn't. That offense doesn't exist. He didn't need to tackle. There's nobody to tackle. So I'm gonna go Roquan Smith this week. And then EJ Speed, because these teams have played before, Colts Titans. It's a divisional matchup. He only had 6 tackles the last time. He could, but I'll go Roquan. Guess who's here? It's Bus.
What's up, Bus?
David Njoku.
Oh, man.
That expression you all saw and heard is Chris not wanting to say yes to Brenton Strange for the 1,000th time already in the middle of the week.
Yeah, exactly. Because Njoku gets such a good matchup against the Bengals. I know it's DTR, but it's the Bengals.
Not because you don't like Brenton Strange or that you don't think he's a good start this week. It's just you don't want to, let's say, put too heavy of an investment in a guy who wasn't even a starter at the beginning of the season.
Exactly. Like this could be a week where he gets like 2 catches.
Well, I have no such qualms. I'm all in. It's too late. All in, both feet. Actually, no, not both feet. Head first, plunging into Brinson Strange. I'm gonna go Strange.
Oh man.
I mean, you could go Njoku if he plays.
That's true. He hasn't practiced yet, so maybe the decision will be made for you, but I don't know. I don't think I could bench Njoku for Strange. I get it if you want to, though.
All right, there you go. Bus, the choice, as always, is yours. You want to go with the upcoming star tight end and Britton Strange, or hold that hope that David Njoku is healthy and plays and catches passes from Dorian Thompson-Robinson? It's totally your choice. Tyler Moore made it to week 16 because of us. All right. Well, I guess we'll take some of the credit. Going up against Josh Allen. All right. Pick 2 for the flex. Judy Ford, Garendo, Rashad White, or Charbonnet.
Oh, this is tough now between Judy Garendo and Rashad White.
Which, again, I know it's only Wednesday, but any word, any feeling on Walker?
Well, Charbonnet didn't neither of them practiced today. I guess Charbonnet now has an oblique injury. I don't know. McDonald said he's optimistic on Walker. I don't really feel great about either, to be honest, this week. Not a good matchup.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna cross him off. I think it's between White, Garendo, and Judy for me. If it's if it's non-PPR, I'm gonna go Garendo and White. If it's PPR, I'm gonna go Judy and Garendo.
There you go. I would go the exact same route. I think Garendo could have a nice game. Judy should still get targets. DTR is capable of completing a few passes, so they'll probably all go to Judy. J 1364 in half. Darnold, Connor, Bucky, Thielen, St. Brown, Laporta, Devontae Smith, and Bills. The bench has Love, Etienne, Kendre, Coleman, Jalen McMillan, and Strange. Any changes here? I don't see anything obvious.
No, I've seen if maybe I could get Thielen out of your lineup, but I can't, so you're good.
Looking for to get him out. Yeah. No, I don't think I would change anything here as well. As much as I like Strange, I'll probably keep Laporta in. P, what is up? Also made it to week 16 in both leagues. All right.
Nice.
Ended up going with my gut, played Bucky over okay. Well, I mean, look, I know that it was super risky to play Bucky, but I think I would rather play, J.K. Dobbins on IR than Javonte Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you can't get your negative points.
Although I think he finally had a carry that didn't he have like -1 yard on his last 12 carries, and he finally had like a positive, anyways. But yeah.
Right, and he wants to know, should I make any changes? Lamar, Kyron, Bucky, Judy Higgins, JJ Jonnu, Metcalf in the starting lineup. The bench is Njoku, Spears, Kraft, Bengals, Raiders. You got 3 defenses here.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, why do you need 3? I mean, whatever. I guess you don't want your opponents to get them, but unless you played a week 18. Lamar, Kyron, Bucky, Judy Higgins. Yeah, I don't think I can play as much as I don't want to play Metcalf. I can't start any of those guys over Metcalf, so looks good.
Yeah, and I'm not sure when you're planning to start the Raiders without Max Crosby. I'm just gonna take the Raiders, put them back on the waiver wire, pick up a receiver just so you have some receiver depth just in case. But otherwise you're good. And then another league. Got Burrow, Bijan, Pacheco, St. Brown, Neighbors, Metcalf, again, Hawk, McMillan, Raiders. Are we liking the Raiders defense? I mean, I know they have a good matchup, but I don't know. Anyways, any changes here?
Wow. Burrow and Mayfield. No, I don't think. I mean,
if Kamara doesn't play at all, would you consider Kendre Miller instead of Pacheco?
I probably would because Pacheco, for whatever reason, was a dead split with Kareem Hunt last week. So I don't know. Maybe this is because I don't know. Maybe this is just like Chiefs load management because they have to play because they played Sunday and then they got to play Saturday and then they got to play Wednesday. So they got to play 3 games in 11 days. So maybe they're like, hey, let's try to lighten the load on everybody here a little bit if we can. But it's still risky. So, yeah, if Kamara's out, I probably do go Kendry over Pacheco.
Yeah, that's what worries me with the Chiefs. And that's why I kind of thought that they just wouldn't play Mahomes, but apparently his ankle wasn't really that bad because, they're making the playoffs. They're going to wind up with home field. They can just basically wait for the playoffs to start, right? So why risk it with Pacheco, getting too many carries? But anyways, I would go Kendrick over Pacheco if there's no Kamara. That's what I would do. Everything else is probably good. I really don't want to start the Raiders defense, but I guess they're better than those. Sir Boomer, good evening. Especially to Lad McConkey. There you go. Got to start him.
Yeah, now I will say I still like Lad because he plays out of the slot, but Pat Surtain is playing, so I don't know if this is going to be Lad's best game, but I think you still got to play.
Oh, yeah. Now, he did get Strange. We go Strange over Kraft.
Yeah, this I can definitely do. I mean, Kraft, sure, he could score, but yeah, this I could do.
So he did not get the Falcons defense. Brace yourself. Here are the choices.
There's nothing wrong with Buffalo.
Buffalo against the Patriots. Yeah,
nothing wrong.
Niners, Titans. No, those aren't bad.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Buffalo.
Yeah. All right, go Buffalo. Everyone else, avoid Buffalo.
Yes.
And he's saying he's nervous about JD5. What? Okay, I guess I have to put this up. He's nervous to the point he's considering Aiden O'Connell.
No. I mean, I get being nervous for JD5 because last time they played, he wasn't great. But at the same time, it's like Aiden O'Connell we're talking about here. Like if you said, like, hey, I have Baker Mayfield, and I mean, I still would play Jaden Daniels, but maybe I could be like, okay, fine, go ahead. You know what I mean? But like, at least Baker's in a good spot. But this is Aiden O'Connell.
Right. Let's not panic. Jaden Daniels is still startable. And then let's do JCR Melts. What's up? I know he uses the Draftline app. Answer one of those questions today. Needs a tight end in half. Hawkinson or Freiermuth?
I'm gonna go Freiermuth. He's been scoring like every game, and it doesn't look like Pickens is gonna play again. So let's go Muth.
Let's go Muth. Yeah, with no Pickens, still upside. And then full PPR, Harrison or McMillan?
This is actually sadly close this week. This should not in any way be close, but it sadly is. Man.
Harrison, for what it's worth, which is not much because it hasn't mattered much all year, has a good matchup against Carolina, but
it doesn't even matter. Matchup doesn't even matter for Marvin Harris. I don't even know. Like, he's another one of these guys. I don't even know when to be like, yes, this is a good week to start him. Like, it's good matchups, bad matchups, zone, man, too high, single. It doesn't seem to matter. It's just like,
nope.
It's like there's a dartboard and they throw a dart and good week. Nope, bad week.
I was gonna say,
but I mean, it's Jalen McMillan. I think I still got to go Marvin Harrison here. He's still the wide receiver 1 on that team.
I'm trying to look how many actual good games has Marvin Harrison had. He had that one back in like week 2 or something.
Probably the same amount as Jalen McMillan, honestly.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
I think he's at like 4 or 5.
Okay, he's had a couple. But I know what you're saying, though. McMillan, there's no guarantee. I mean, look, this could go either way, honestly. I think if it's my team, I'm probably starting Harrison as well. this is a real toss-up.
It's sad. Sad that
Shouldn't be.
This should not be a toss-up.
All right, let's go to Kendall. Kendall Hole, full PPR, semifinal, pick 3. Terry, AJB, BTJ, Devontae Smith, and Mike Evans.
I think you cannot bench Mike Evans. I don't think you can bench BTJ right now. Oh, man.
I mean, I was going to say, how do you bench Terry? But he's going against the Eagles, and Boomer, I would be nervous about Terry. That one definitely be nervous about. He had that 1 catch, 10-yard game against the Eagles last time. Eagles defense has been tough.
Yeah, I think I might just go AJB here for my third. BTJ, AJB, and Evans.
Yeah. Yep, let's do that. Kyler or JD?
JD, are we? We're going to get so many JD questions this week because he's playing the Eagles.
Yep. I mean, look, it's a great defense. It is a tough matchup. Understandable. It's probably not going to be his best game, but he, in a decent game for him, is still probably better than the vast majority.
And what has Kyler done? Like, what has Kyler done this year? Is this the week finally that Kyler does it?
No, that's another thing. I mean, I would need to be talked into starting Kyler. Facing Saquon and Josh Allen. Hey, Saquon didn't do much last week. Bucky and Kyron might. Okay, that's good. You're good at RB. You'll be fine. Mike Brady again. Not really any reason not to start Lamar.
Right. What are we worried about the Steelers? Or who are they playing? The Steelers? Like, I'm not benching. I'm just not benching Lamar.
No.
If Lamar busts, oh well. Not benching Lamar.
No. Again, maybe it won't be his best game of the season, but you still start him. No, I mean he wasn't great last time these two teams played, but yeah, I'm still going Lamar too. P also wants to know this team got Josh Allen, got Gibbs, Tracy, AJB, Jason, Judy, Bowers, Ramondre, Chargers, and then there's the bench. Johnu was thinking of flexing Johnu. What I might do is put Ramondre over Tracy and then flex Johnu.
Yeah, I know Ramondre hasn't been great, but man, Tracy. Yeah, I think I'm going to play Ramondre over Tracy, sadly. AGB, JSN. It sounds like Gino's going to play, so that's good. Yeah, I would probably put Ramondre in over Tracy, and I would flex Jonnu over Tracy. Honestly, I don't want to play Tracy.
No. Drew Lock back. Wasn't one of our headlines when we started. But for what it's worth, Drew Lock is the quarterback there. So
there goes the neighbors upside this week.
Yeah, right. Wishing for Tim Boyle.
What did he have? I feel like at the half he had like 5 fantasy points, and then Tim Boyle came in and he like just started throwing it down like 20 yards down the field, like without a care in the world.
That feels accurate. I don't know the exact stats, but honestly, that's the thing with Tim Boyle. He does not care. I don't even know if he looks when he throws it. Like, the no look pass. I think every one of his passes is a no look pass. He just like chucks it up, and hopes for the best, and Malik Neighbors will come down with it.
That actually is a big difference between Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison. Like, man, there's so many. Like, I know he had Christian Gonzalez on him last week, but those 2 end zone throws, he could have come down with at least one of those. He just doesn't really fight for the ball. Like, it's just like,
it's true.
You know what I mean? He just doesn't fight for it.
Well, let's do this.
Neighbors will fight for it. So
Neighbors, yeah, he has to. He has no choice. He wants to get a catch.
True.
So let's sit Tracy, put Ramondre, and flex Jonnu.
Yeah.
Right, Anthony Fusaro in 12 team, half PPR, 2 receivers in the flex. Evans, McLaurin, Neighbors, BTJ, B-Rob, Ford.
I think I'm going Evans, BTJ. I know you want the stack, Daniels, Terry, but man, again, it is the Eagles. Quinion Mitchell did a great job against them last time. Yeah, I think I got to go BTJ. He's been so good lately. I'm going Evans BTJ.
Yeah, I agree with that. But what about the flex?
Oh, well, okay. I didn't realize there was a flex. I'll flex Terry because I might have considered Neighbors if it was Tim Boyle, but with Drew Lock, no, I'm not doing. We've seen this. Nah, yeah, he'll get you a floor, but is that what you really want right now? A floor? Sure. Evans, McLaurin, BTJ at the flex.
There you go. Coltrane Padawan. Any changes here? Got Baker, Achane, Chase Brown, Nico, Devontae, Jonnu, McLaurin. On the bench is Grando, Brees, Judy, Myers, Sutton, Garrett Wilson, and Kenneth Walker.
I mean, you got some good players on the bench, but I don't think you can bench anybody. I mean, I don't think I could go Sutton over Terry. I don't know.
Yeah, look, if there's one and only one of these players in your starting lineup I might bench, it's Terry. Not for Brees, not for Judy this week, not for Myers anymore. It would probably be Sutton. Like, I like Garendo this week, but I don't think I would put him over Terry in a PPR league. It's Sutton, right? Sutton.
Yeah, it's Sutton. It's Sutton.
Sutton, Terry, Sutton.
But I mean, Sutton's got a tough matchup too against the Chargers. Yeah, let's just roll with Terry.
Yeah, I'm not completely convinced Sutton will do better than Terry, so let's just leave it as is. Cody. Got a two-parter. All right, part one. Here's the lineup. Here's the bench. Any changes?
I think the only change I would make is if Desmond Ridder starts again, although it sounds like it's going to be Aiden O'Connell. Let's cross our fingers that it is. I would probably move Terry at wide receiver and maybe flex Brees or Pollard. Who would I flex between those two? Brees gets the Rams. Pollard. Colts, that's a good matchup. But, man, last week with Spears back, no catches for Pollard.
Yeah.
I might go Brees. So, but only if Desmond Ridder is starting, I'll move Terry to wide receiver and flex Brees. Only if it's Desmond Ridder, though. Otherwise, leave it.
All right, and then here's part two. Considering Kyler over Lamar. No, can't do it.
I mean, how bad has Kyler been? No way.
Cannot do it. Alex B. Mahomes or Penix?
I'm just going to roll Mahomes. If Penix outscores him, oh well. I cannot. I mean, this Penix has the risk of doing like 150 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Like Penix has losing you your matchup risk.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mahomes will not lose you your matchup.
Right. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. Like, I feel it's that he's going to be bad, but it could happen because he's a rookie quarterback making a first start. And again, we already went over this at the beginning. It's just, just don't see the upside.
No.
Spearsy, unfortunately, he was eliminated by 0.6.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts.
That's them's the breaks. Well, we'll see you next season. And again, you can still hang around. So appreciate you. Mississippi Queen. Good evening. Somehow the Mississippi Queen is still in it. All right. I'd like to hear that. JD. Jacobs, Kamara, I think. Abdullah, Ford, and Miller. Well, at least you have Miller. So if Kamara doesn't play, you can just go to Miller. And then Judy, Wilson, McMillan, Thielen, Allen, Freiermuth, and Strange. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 2 flex. Do you not need a tight end?
Oh, all right. I'm going to go, obviously, Jacobs, Kamara. But if Kamara's out, Jacobs, Miller. Wide receiver, I'm going to go Wilson, Keenan Allen. I think I still have to flex Judy and Thielen. I don't think I can flex those tight ends. It's full PPR.
Yeah, I wouldn't flex either. I mean, I don't know if you just didn't put. Maybe you do need a tight end. I don't know why you would have two tight ends if you don't need one, but I would just go strange and hope for the big game. And then Pedro Navarez in round 2. PPR. Hurts, Bijan, Jones, AJ Flowers, Kelsey, Stevenson on the bench is Ridley, Spears, Strange. And then the defense can go either Chiefs or Ravens. Probably go Ravens. Gets Russ. No Pickens.
Yeah. I mean, he won't score a lot of points, but he doesn't really turn it over. But I know the Chiefs have been kind of last week I think they were good, and they have against Jameis. They had a nice game against Jameis.
Yeah, he gave him a nice game.
He gave him a nice game. I mean, CJ Stroud. I guess Ravens, but I really am not scared of streaming against CJ Stroud. This guy does not look. This guy looks spooked. But yeah, I guess Ravens. Not as much worry of, the Texans can score points, so go Ravens. Bench Ridley. Would I play Ridley over? Nope. It's PPR. I might play him over Stevenson.
Yeah, I get the Rudolph bump.
Did you see that?
Huh?
We just both disappeared for a split second. That was crazy.
So it really gets the Rudolph bump.
Yeah, for whatever that's worth. It's just more that what's the upside for Stevenson? What's the upside? Can he even score a touchdown in this offense? I don't know. So yeah. I'll just in full PPR, I'll go Ridley over Stevenson.
And then even though Mahomes sounds like he's playing, would you go bench Kelsey?
I'm still going Kelsey. Still going Kelsey.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll go Kelsey too. Leandro Bonds made the playoffs. Very nice. At quarterback, Murray or Wilson?
Murray.
Yes. Here you can go Kyler. Mixon, Gibbs, Hubbard, Tracy. 2 running backs.
Oh, Mixon. I mean, I think you have to play Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
You got to play Gibbs. It comes down to Mixon or Chuba. Mixon just hasn't looked. Mixon has looked more like Joe Mixon over the second half of the year.
Yeah, last year's Mixon.
But career Joe Mixon, really.
Right.
I don't know if he was on a heater to start the year. He was just fired up to be on the new team. I don't know what it was, but man, I mean, can I bench him for Chuba? I think I got to go Gibbs Mixon still.
Yeah, I don't love Mixon this week. Trust me, I don't. But yeah, I would still put him over Chuba. The one thing Mixon has done, even when he hasn't had good rushing games, is he's still catching passes. And of course, he can always score a touchdown. He's doing that too. So let's go Mixon Gibbs. St. Brown, Evans, Pickens, McMillan, Ridley. Pretty sure it's the first 2 receivers.
Yes, easily.
And then Joku, Smith, Jonnu?
Okay. Jonnu. Play Jonnu. Yeah.
Bills or Falcons?
Falcons.
And 1 flex.
Well, I probably, in this case, okay, fine. I'm going to flex Chuba. All that stressing, I'm just going to flex him anyways. Because I don't, McMillan's and Ridley are very risky, and I don't think Pickens is playing. So I'll flex Chuba.
All right, there you go. Chuba for floor, Ridley for perceived ceiling. Thomas, please rate Muth, Henry, Smart, Schultz.
Muth 1, Smart 2, Henry 3, Schultz 4.
There you go. Yeah, I think Muth is clearly your number one choice there. Hopefully you get him. Turd Ferguson. What's up? After today's news, go with Hawk Tua or just go with Stafford. Well, what's today's news?
What was today's news? Was there some news about Tua I missed?
Not that I saw. Or try Williams or DTR. No, you're not going DTR.
Try DTR if you don't want anything. If you just want to yell at your TV all day, well, your phone when you check for an update and he still has 2 points. It's in the third quarter and he still has 2 points. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go with Tua here. I'm not sure what the news is though. I haven't heard any news.
Yeah, I'm curious now. And I'm signed up to get alerts for the Dolphins. Maybe something has recently happened, but
I didn't hear anything.
I'm pretty sure I would have known. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you let us know what news you're talking about, or somebody else knows, but yeah, all I've seen on my end of the Dolphins accounts I follow is that pretty much everybody wants Chris Greer, the GM, to be fired, which is nothing new. And now people are saying Mike McDaniel should be fired because he can't beat winning teams because he's only beaten like 3 teams with a record over 500, like ever. I mean,
so I do see he was limited today with a hip injury. I'm not. I'm not worried.
It's Wednesday, so don't worry about that.
Right.
Well, speaking of Dolphins, been a while since we had Alyssa Dolphin Cloud on here.
What's up?
Made it to the playoffs. Playing a teenage rookie. Okay. Penix is starting. Would you gamble with Penix over Daniels or Stafford? No.
Wow. JD. What? JD's been mostly awesome.
Yes. I mean, again, we have to acknowledge it's a very tough matchup, probably the toughest matchup you could get. But you still have to take the superior quarterback, and also you don't want to start a rookie. No. Jim Slim, Stafford or Goff?
I'm going to go Goff here. Even though this is a really tough spot for Goff, it's also a very tough spot for Stafford. So,
right.
I'll reluctantly take Goff.
Higgins, Keenan, McMillan, Thielen, pick. It doesn't say how many. We're just picking one.
Well, if we're just picking one, it's Higgins. I'll rank him Higgins, Keenan, Thielen, McMillan.
There you go. And then Jim Leichnam. 6-point passing TD, Love or Stafford?
I'm going to go Love here. He gets the Saints. I know there's always worry about Jacobs getting all the touchdowns, but there's worry about Stafford going on the road against the Jets and doing what he did last week, which it was nothing. So give me Love.
Right. Again, Love has not had a big game in forever, hardly any this season, but I'm nervous about Stafford enough, so let's go Love. Flex Rico Ridley or London. Sit one, though. It says sit one.
I think I'm sitting Ridley here. I'm definitely worried about London, but I don't think I can sit him for Ridley.
Yeah, the one I feel best in this. Okay, it is PPR, but I still think I feel best about Rico. I mean, he's been on fire. Not a bad matchup. Bucks have been better, but still, I like Rico. I know I'm not that nervous about London. At this point, even with this pretty much zero experience, NFL experience, who do you feel better about, Michael Penix or Mason Rudolph?
Without even seeing Michael Penix play, I'll just say him because I know what I've seen Mason Rudolph.
Right. So yeah. Let's sit. If we're sitting one, it's Ridley. Jake the Snake. Okay, so somebody had a question earlier about this, and I didn't put it up because I didn't want to answer it. But this is a very similar question. Would you go Connor over Kyron? And Connor, of course, gets the worst running defense by far. It's not even close. The Panthers.
Yeah.
Over Kyron. Kyron gets the Jets.
I don't know. The Jets are not a strong run defense.
And look, for what it's worth, let's address this at the same time. Tommy, just above there, said James Conner projected to, yes, destroy this week. He wants to
Well,
know, start him over Kyron, Chase Brown, or Bijan. Like, I would
definitely
definitely
not
wouldn't go
over.
to the last two. No,
Definitely not over Chase Brown or Bijan.
but Kyron is close.
I don't worry about projections.
I would seriously entertain it. I might do it.
Yeah, this is actually close, honestly. But I do feel like against the Jets, we might see a lot of Kyron.
Yeah, well, what makes it tough is these both should be great games for both these players. I do think Connor has the higher ceiling. You know what? I'm going to say Connor. You can do this.
All right, I'll just make it easy and say Connor because it is close. It is close.
Yep. Daniel Hart.
Wait, I think he also had like a defense question, didn't he?
Oh, didn't notice that. Bills, Chargers, or Broncos?
Well, Sertan's playing. I think I'm gonna go Broncos.
Yeah, go Broncos here. Now Daniel Hart, Love, Nico T, Connor Chuba, McBride, Bucky. And he moves to get Ladd or Thielen in. Got Ladd on the bench.
I don't think so, though. Like, I mean, you're not benching Nico and T for him. I mean, he can't bench Connor. I think Bucky is going to smash. I mean, maybe I could do over Chuba, but man, Chuba's the Cardinals' terrible run defense, and he's still all they got.
Yeah, if there were one, it would be Chuba. That's close, and this doesn't say if it's full PPR. You could go Ladd over Chuba.
Yeah, I just don't feel like this is going to be Ladd's biggest game. Like, I think Ladd is still very startable, but this isn't like, against this Broncos secondary, which is now healthy with Surtain playing. I think I just stick with Chuba.
Yeah, that's where it's close. Chuba and Ladd are pretty close. Lex Dad made it to round 2. Very nice. In half, needs a running back and a flex. Checo, Rashad White, or Kendry Miller.
Well, I'll go Rashad White and Kendry Miller, assuming Kamara is officially out. Remember, they play Monday night, so hopefully we get word. But see, the problem is Pacheco plays Saturday.
Right. Yeah. Just thought about that. So, like, if Kamara plays, what would you do if you don't play Pacheco?
Kendry Miller might get as many touches as Pacheco, even if Kamara plays.
Yeah. I mean, I would still prefer to wait for Kendry Miller, but yeah, like I said, this depends on what your backup plan.
I mean, I might like. Are we sure Pacheco is going to get more touches than Kendry Miller, even if Kamara plays? I might just play White and Kendry. I might just play White and Kendry Miller no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. I mean, there probably really is no backup plan here because, if Kamara plays and you don't want to play Miller, there's nobody else to choose from. The Packers only have Jacobs Sunday night game, which maybe you'll know by then. We should know before then. Let's just say Miller and White. There you go. The Kraken. Sit 1. Brown, Garendo, Mixon, Bucky.
I think I'm sitting Garendo here.
Yeah, it's funny here because, as you know, I like Garendo a lot this week, and I don't like Mixon a lot this week. But as far down as I'm dropping Mixon from usual, and as far as I'm kind of lifting Garendo up, is it, I think it's still like this. So, yeah, I guess let's say Garendo. All right. We have Rashawn Tyson. What is up? Needs a wide receiver 2 and a flex. DK Flowers, Judy, Devontae Smith, Garendo.
I'm going to go Garendo at the flex. I think I'll still play Judy here. I don't feel good about DK or Flowers. I know Devonta Smith coming off that big game, but I don't see a repeat of that this week against the Commanders. I'm going to go Judy and Garendo.
Yeah, DK and Flowers just have not had big games in a long time. Sure, Smith coming off a big game, but didn't do very well last time they played Washington and very risky. I think Judy will still be fine. So Judy and Garendo. John D in full needs 2. D-Hop, Amari, Debo, Bateman, and then Darnold or Love.
I'm going to go Darnold over Love. Oh, man.
Needs 2 of these? Okay. Maybe we can just pretend Debo doesn't exist, right?
In this group, I don't know. I mean, I can definitely pretend Amari doesn't exist. Like we don't even have to pretend. I mean, Amari legitimately does not exist. Like, I think that game 2 weeks ago was just a complete glitch in the Matrix.
Yep.
Like that was not, I don't think that even really happened, honestly.
I don't remember it. Look, so if Mahomes is playing, we can still say yes to D-Hop.
Yeah, D-Hop's probably number 1.
D-Hop and Bateman. There you go. I mean, is there any reason to start Debo? Any reason?
I mean, I don't know. He's Debo. He could.
Any good reason?
I guess Bateman. Man, you always run the risk of a 0 with Bateman.
Okay, well, take the 0 you know.
I don't know. If it's me, as much as I don't want to play Debo, I'm going D-Hop and Debo. At least Debo won't give me a 0.
All right. Well, there you go. Take your 2 points and start Debo. I'm going to go Debo and Bateman. And then Darnold. Andrea, what's up? Needs 2. Garrett Wilson, Neighbors, or Ladd?
I'm going to go Wilson and Ladd. If it was Boyle, I would go Neighbors. Well, actually, I don't even... actually, hold on. Let me think about this. I'm definitely going Wilson. Even though he has to contend with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams for some reason. Yeah, I think I'll still go Ladd over Neighbors, even though Neighbors had that big game. But it was all with Tim Boyle, and they're going to play Drew Lock. So Ladd and Garrett Wilson.
Words I never thought I would hear you or anyone utter is, I would feel better if it was Tim Boyle, but here we are. The Kraken with another one, Rodgers or Love? I'll let you answer.
Yeah, I think I got to go Aaron Rodgers here, sadly.
And then defense, Jacksonville, Houston, Indy, Minnesota.
Minnesota gets a good matchup this week, don't they?
They get, well, the Seahawks. I mean, if Geno plays, it's not as great, but it's fine.
I mean, come on, that guy. I'm not scared of Geno. I'm not going to play Jackson. I'm not playing Jacksonville. I mean, Houston against KC is okay. Like, I don't think KC's going to score a ton, but yeah, I'm just going to go Minnesota here.
If it is Desmond Ridder again this week at quarterback, which I don't think it will be, but if it is, you know what? I might go Jacksonville, but right now I'm going to say Minnesota.
Well, that's true. Desmond Ridder was really bad.
Yeah. Steele, Will, 4, 5, 6. Ladd, London, Tracy, or Pollard. Just one full PPR.
I'll go Ladd in full PPR.
Here we go. Yep, this one is pretty easy. Okay. Now I know we're sticking to super chats because they're piling up, and we don't always get time to answer the regular ones. Let's see you, Tajay. Tajay Gibson says, "It's been years. It hasn't had a question answered." I don't remember seeing a ton of Tajay questions, but it's his birthday. He needs to win. All right, here you go. Let's do it. So Tajay has Lamar, Williams and Ramondre, Terry St. Brown, McBride, flexing DK on the bench. Those guys. What should you do? I would drop everyone on your bench and pick up new players on the bench.
Hey, Madison might be the starter this week. Yeah, Sincere McCormick done for the year. That did not last long.
Yeah.
I mean, I think your lineup is good. I'm not changing your lineup, but yeah, like but who's even really out there at this point? Like Jerome Ford, Kendra Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not starting anybody on your bench over what you got.
No, definitely not. I mean, look, there's probably you already have guys like Westbrook, Akina, and Tim Patrick, and there's probably not a lot out there, so that's fine. I don't think there's anybody you could pick up that you'd want to start over your starting lineup. I don't love DK at the flex, but if that's what you got, that's the best you got. So there you go. Number 1 seed. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and happy birthday.
There you go. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right, now let's. We do have to get back to the super chats. Don't keep people waiting. Danny Gomez, pick 2, Knicks, Herbert, Stafford.
Can I say none of the above? I think I'm gonna go Knicks and man.
Knicks and Herbert, and hope it's a shootout on Thursday night.
Yeah, Knicks and Herbert. But man, that would just be so terrifying to have both those guys. What if that game is awful and you have both? Like, what if it's 49ers Rams part 2 and both your QBs just bust for you on Thursday night?
Well, look, these 2 offenses are not even as good as the Rams and 49ers. So their defenses are. I don't want to start Stafford, of course, but I think I might go Stafford over Herbert.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. You don't want both these guys.
All right, let's do.
You don't want your week over after Thursday night football.
that too. A little bit of hope left on Sunday.
Right.
Okay. Christian Diaz going against the Burrow Chase stack, but you got Chase Brown and Achane. That's good. It's non-PPR. Which 2 receivers? Higgins, Flowers, Wilson, Jennings.
I'm gonna go Higgins and Wilson.
Yeah, pretty easily there. And then the flex, Dowdle, B-Rob, or Flowers, Jennings.
No, in non-PPR, I'm going to definitely flex one of those running backs. It's just a matter of which one. Neither one has great matchups this week. But Dowdle's matchup is slightly better, so I'll say him. And man, he's been awesome lately. I'll just say Dowdle.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dowdle. B-Rob is super tough matchup. So in non-PPR, definitely going to go with a running back. So Higgins, Wilson, and Dowdle. And you still have a very good team. Dieter, Love, Knicks, or Rodgers?
Sadly, it's Rodgers.
It is. Pick 2, Hill, Kittle, Sutton.
Wow.
This is a flex. Got Kittle as a flex.
Am I really going to pick Kittle over Hill? I think I might. I think I'm going to go Sutton, Kittle.
It's the same matchup. Yeah, you know what? But that's exactly. I was thinking that too. Let's go Kittle, Sutton.
What was the stat I think I saw today about Tyreek Hill doesn't have a single catch over 30 yards since like week 1 or something?
I believe it.
Yeah, his last catch over 30 yards was in week 1.
This is because even if the middle of the year was like, oh, his wrist, has nothing to do with his wrist. Wrist might affect you catching the ball, but yeah, you gotta wonder if the cheetah's lost half a step.
I think the cheetah's getting a little dusty, sadly.
Great. Desmond Deshae, Tyreek, Ladd, Garrett, Hopkins, or McMillan?
I mean, if we're only picking one, I'm playing Ladd.
Yeah, it looks like we just need one. So for me, it's between Ladd and Garrett. Go Ladd as well. And then Jaden with the super chat. Here's the question: Bucky or JT?
Ooh. Ooh.
That's tough. I like them both this week. The matchup slightly does favor Bucky overall. I'm gonna go with the guy again. It's a close decision between running backs. I'm gonna always try to lean towards the touches, the opportunities. I think I have to go JT.
Yeah, man, I feel like this is gonna be a huge Bucky game, but all right, let's just make it easy on you, Jade, and go JT. They both should be good. So,
all right, Cali Kid, Strange, and Joku or Muth.
Muth.
Steven. Okay, so AOC practice. Gino's trending up. If both of them play, then pick 2. Okay, this is a receiver question. DJ Moore, JSN, Jacoby Myers.
Man.
Which makes it annoying because if one of those guys was out, it would be pretty easy. Like if it was Desmond Ritter again, forget it. Just easy to pass in Jacoby. But now
gets the Jags, DJ gets the Lions. JSN has been so good.
I mean, the one I think I feel the best about this week is DJ Moore.
He's so volatile. So up and down.
No risk it. No biscuit.
Yeah, it's tough. Oh man, it's tough to bench one. Got to bench one of these guys.
Well, look, even Gino plays. They're at home. It's the Vikings. It's a pretty good matchup for a wide receiver.
They all have great matchups.
Jacoby, of course. I mean, it's the Jaguars.
They all have great matchups. Oh man. I guess DJ Moore and JSN, but man, I hate it. I hate it. I could see this. I could see any three. I could see. Yeah. My worry with DJ Moore is his ADOT was like minuscule last week, but he did have a nice game against the Lions last time, so they are at home.
Yeah, well, if anything, that's more encouraging because once Caleb Williams throws the ball more than 5 yards, like forget it, it's uncatchable. So that's why Roma Dunze is not getting any catches. At least DJ Moore can catch the ball. But yeah, I know. And then Ramondre or Kendre.
Well, if Kamara's completely out, I'll say Kendre, but we're not going to know till Monday, so just have to keep your eye keep an eye on that, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, I think if Kamara's out, I would go Kendre. Don't know yet. And you'll never guess, talking about Seattle, and look who appears. It's Mike Fawcett. What's up, Mike?
What's up?
Been a while.
Nice. Well done.
Made it round 2 and 3 out of 6. Just all right. Just saying what's up. Don't be a stranger, Mike. He has a question too. Ray McLeod, Mario Douglas, Alexander Madison, and Christian Watson at the flex.
I'll just go Christian Watson here. At least have some upside. I mean, Madison, I guess, or Douglas, if you want like a floor, if you just want some points. But Watson at least gives you some upside, and it isn't a bad matchup this week. It's a great matchup this week against the Saints.
I very briefly considered Watson as a boom because, I mean, he has been, other than that one game where he did nothing, literally nothing. Other than that, over the past month plus, he's been pretty solid. But here's the problem: he, like every receiver who isn't Romeo Doubs for whatever reason, doesn't score touchdowns. Because Josh Jacobs gets all the touchdowns. It's either Jacobs or Kraft. So I don't think he can have a big game, but I'd definitely take him over these guys. Alex Geisen, 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. Evans, Higgins, Adams, Henry, Etienne, and Bucky. One of these is going to be benched. Is it the king?
I'm sitting Henry. I'm sitting Henry. It's a tough matchup. He doesn't look as explosive as earlier in the year. Hasn't scored in 3 weeks. I mean, even if Henry scores this week, I don't think he's going to have a monster game. I think he'll just have a good game. I'm sitting Henry.
Crazy as it is, the list does not say if it's PPR. I mean, if it's non-PPR, then maybe I'll sit Higgins. But if it's half or full, I think I'm going to sit Henry.
Yep.
Very sad. Anthony Villarreal, Stranger Hawk.
I'm going Hawk. I might be irrationally low on Strange now.
This is a reverse. It's the boomerang. It's going the other way. I'll go Strange. I feel good enough about Strange because Hawkinson is fine. Like, he'll get you points. I just don't know what the ceiling is for him, so I'll take a chance on Strange. Golden Child. Oh, okay. Need suggestions. We need to know what your options are. Let's see. I'm going to hope there's another comment with some actual players on there. Here it is. Scroll down far enough, you can find it. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, tight end, and a flex. Okay, Lamar is a yes. Chase, Puka, Sutton, Smith, Henry, Brown, Cook, Jones, Kittle, and Njoku. And then the defense.
All right, Lamar at QB, Chase and Puka at wide receiver, Chase Brown. I'm going to go Chase Brown, James Cook at running back, Kittle at tight end. It's full PPR. I'm going to flex Sutton, although I don't mind Aaron Jones, but I think I like Sutton a little more in full PPR. And then I'm going to go Broncos defense.
Yeah, I can see why this is tough for you. You have actually a lot of good options, good players. But yeah, I'm going to, once again, pass on King Henry. And well, you know what? Let me put this up. And again, so Ricardo Chavez, hot take. Now, I'm going to address this quickly. This came before that comment. But anyways, in the playoffs, start your best players. Matchups go out the window. Agree or disagree?
I don't know if I agree. I mean, there's certainly certain players where I don't even care about the matchup. Like, I don't care who Jamar Chase is playing. I don't care who Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Like, I don't care who these guys are playing. But there is a line somewhere where, like, you know, the matchups still have to matter. Right. Man, and look, matchups aren't everything. They're just one piece of the puzzle, right? You also have to look at the player, the team, how do you think the game's going to go? So there's a lot to think about here, but I mean, you still can't just ignore the matchup.
I'll just say this. The easy and simple rule to remember is that there is no easy, simple rule. Like, you always play your best player, or you always go to the matchup. It's just not that easy. Like it with everything in life. You can't just say, right, always do this, always do that. It's just, some players you can start despite a tough matchup, and some players you can't. It all depends. Derrick Henry, I can sit because of the matchup, and because he stopped scoring touchdowns, and because he's not been as efficient lately, and there's other players with more upside. You know what I mean? That's
yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not just the matchup. You got to take other things into account. How is he being used? How is he looking? How do you think the game is going to go? Like last week, I thought it would be a great Derrick Henry game because I thought they'd be crushing the Ravens and running the ball. I mean, crushing the Giants and running the ball. And guess what?
Right.
They did. But not with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, well, that's the other rule is we really don't know what's going to happen ever. But yeah, that's the thing. This makes life easy. Just like, you know what? I'm just going to start my best players, and I don't care the matchup. Okay, well, then it saves you brain power.
That's true. You can do that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I mean, like, I wouldn't start obviously a clearly inferior player just because they have a better matchup. That's for sure.
Right. Okay. G Santos, Tua or AR?
Like here, I don't know if AR even has a better matchup, but he's a clearly inferior player. I'm just going to start Tua.
Right. Bucky, Garendo, or Mooney?
I'm going Bucky. I almost want to go back and say Bucky over JT that last question, but let's definitely go Bucky here.
I mean, you could. I
I
like
don't
both
remember.
these players, but I'm going
I
Bucky.
just feel like Bucky's gonna have a huge game.
Yeah, I like Bucky. Cole Rosandich, Herbert, Caleb, May, Richardson, or perhaps Cooper Rush.
Man, I might actually consider Cooper Rush here.
You know, part of me, very small part, wonders if Drake May will put up numbers just because they're going to be down. Garbage time basically is what I'm saying. Like they're going to pass all as much as they need to against the Bills second half. But then I was like, who's he throwing it to? I'm like,
Right. Even if they're down 3 scores and he's throwing,
right.
like, who is he? Yeah. I think I might go Cooper Rush. He gets the Bucks. He's looked pretty good. He's got CeeDee Lamb. He's not turning the ball over. I'm going to go Cooper Rush.
And they might also need to throw it a lot to keep up here. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could just say Caleb, but man, the last 2 weeks just does not look good.
Yeah, what they need to do next year. Well, they need to improve the O-line, of course, but they need to hire a head coach, but keep Thomas Brown as the OC.
Yeah, that seemed to work. So of course they changed it.
Although the new head coach will probably bring in his own OC, so it won't matter. It'll be like whatever.
Well, true. Hello guys, 10 team PPR, Kyron H.N. Gibbs, AJB, Evans, D Hop, McMillan, Hawk, Andrews, Strange, 2-2, flex and a tight end, and then a defense.
All right, I'm going H.N. Gibbs, AJB Evans. I'm flexing Kyron. I think I'm going Andrews at tight end here.
Yep, I'll go Andrews as well. And then Packers or Bengals?
Packers.
There you go. Good luck. Bertrand, half PPR. Who would you start over Thielen? Or
I mean, probably none of those guys, unless if Tony Pollard is out, then I would start Tyjae Spears against him. But I don't think Tony Pollard will be out.
I wouldn't start any of those guys over Thielen. I wouldn't start Etienne over probably hardly anyone these days.
Yeah.
And
Etienne, biggest bust of the year. Non-injury. I mean, CMC, the biggest bust of the year because you only got like 3 games out of him, but that was injury. But I mean, Etienne's only missed like 2 games of injury, and he's like not even has been startable like once all year. Like brutal.
Right. That's not.
It's so weird. It's so weird because he's like a good player and he's young. Like, why is he so bad?
I think it's more to it. It's the whole offense. It's the coach. It's it's just everything. It's the franchise. It's just a bad franchise. Dreaming for success. Sounds good. PPR lost QB2 Superflex. Oh, I think you mean last. Last QB slot. Penix or JSN?
I'm just gonna roll JSN.
Really?
You don't have to start a QB in the Superflex. JSN has enough upside.
I mean, do you think Penix is going to do like absolutely nothing? Like no touchdowns?
No, I mean, but even if he throws, let's say he throws like 150 yards and a touchdown, JSN can destroy that.
He could. Yeah, I guess JSN's matchup is good enough. Look, this is only if Geno Smith plays. Sam Howell's quarterback. Forget it. All bets are off, but if it's Geno, which just sounds like it might be Geno.
Today, Geno was full practice.
All right.
So
which is good. All right.
Yeah.
Doug Fenton needs 2 receivers in the flex. BTJ, Judy, Jennings, Jameson, McMillan, Wilson, Flowers, or Garando.
At wide receiver, I'm going to go Judy and Jennings. Oh, no, BTJ and Judy. Sorry, I didn't see BTJ. BTJ and Judy. And I think I'm going to flex Garando. I know there's some people worried about Garando because he didn't practice today. I mean, look, he barely practiced the last game and then went out there and got every touch. He's fine. Garando's fine. I'm going to go BTJ, Judy, and Garando at the flex.
Yeah, they're not having him practice, probably because they just can't afford to have another running back hurt again. I mean, after he almost missed last week, so I'm not worried. I'll flex Garendo as well. BTJ Judy Garendo. Bronx Boy 73, 2-2 in a flex. Mixon, Walker, Charbonnet, Tracy, AJ Brown, London, Tyreek, DJ Moore, Strange, McMillan, Coker, Elijah Moore.
I'm going to go Mixon and then either Walker or Charbonnet, depending on if Walker plays or not. A wide receiver, AJ Brown, and probably just go DJ Moore here. Oh, man. I think I still have to flex Tyreek over London. At least Tyreek has Tua.
Yeah.
I'm going to flex Tyreek over London and hate it. But what are you going to do?
You shouldn't hate it too much. All right, there you go. And then we got Nicholas Humphrey. Needs help. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a flex and a tight end. Chase Brown, Bucky, Jerome Ford, Garendo, T. Judy, London, Smith, Strange.
All right, Chase Brown and Bucky at running back. Higgins and Judy at wide receiver. Jonnu at tight end. And again, I'm just going to say Garendo at the flex. I like Garendo this week. I think Garendo's going to have a nice game.
I like him too. All right, there you go. R. Levis, hopefully no relation to Will, needs to figure out 2 flexes. Cup, Hill, Metcalf, Thielen, McMillan, Bigsby, and Spears.
I know Cup is coming off a 0, but I can't bench Cup for any of these guys. I cannot. I'm still playing Cup, and I'm probably still playing Tyreek, honestly, because what has Metcalf done? Thielen, whatever. McMillan, okay, maybe he hits on a big touchdown again, or maybe this is the week he doesn't score and does nothing. Bigsby, Spears. I mean, okay, look, if Tony Pollard is completely out, sure, I'll do Cup and Spears. But assuming Pollard plays, I'm just going to go Cup and Tyreek. The guys who got you a combined 5 fantasy points last week.
Yeah. Hey, if you made it this far with those guys, I think Thielen will be fine this week, and he's still playable, but Tyreek does still have a higher floor despite not getting any big plays anymore. Santana Torres, Hurts, Bijan, Connor, St. Brown, G5, right? Hawk, Bucky, Bills, Sanders. Okay, looks like we're doing a prediction here versus Allen, Jones, Chuba, Jettis, BTJ, Bowers, Reed, and Jags defense, and a kicker.
All right, well, he's got you at QB, obviously, but Hurts is fine. You have him at running back, definitely.
Yeah, this week for sure.
I think he's got you at wide receiver. You've got him at tight end. You've definitely got him at flex. So this is going to be close. This is going to be very, very close.
This thing worried about weather for Jettis? I mean, it's a little early, but
is there are we okay? Look, you know what? I'm almost done with this weather. We talked about the Chiefs. Oh, the Chiefs with the weather. The weather was fine. Did it even rain? Did like one drop of rain even hit the field during that game? One drop? I don't think so. I didn't see it. Ridiculous. I'm so over weather. Like, okay, there are those few games like the Bills 49ers snow game where it's like we know it's going to be, horrible. Okay, fine. But don't talk to me about sprinkles. Don't talk to me about a little bit of wind. Nah, I'm done. I was done with this years ago and still I fell for it this week. Freaking started DK Metcalf over D-Hop. Not that D-Hop had a big game, but he outscored Metcalf because I was worried about last minute. Oh, the weather. I better take. Done with this.
Yeah, stupid weather.
It's a hurricane or something.
You say that because you're in the place where there basically is no weather, right? Like it doesn't rain, it doesn't snow, it doesn't. Do you even have wind? Does there wind exist there?
Oh yeah, that's actually the worst part of the weather here. We get the Santa Ana winds that come up through Mexico, and they're warm and it's terrible. It's horrible, honestly. You go outside and it's like dry and allergies everywhere and wind and it's hot. It's not fun.
All right. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Not a fan of the wind. I'll take rain, snow, anything over wind.
Yeah, I hate wind too. Santana, we're gonna say it's close. I don't know about the weather, but I think your team has a pretty good shot. Frosty did it. Let's see. After busting on Etienne Waddle and losing Godwin, clawed my way back and will be playing for the championship. Very nice.
That's pretty good. I mean, drafting Etienne Waddle probably like what, round 2, round 3, losing Godwin. That's impressive. Well done.
You know, this is a very good be a lesson to everyone. The draft is, I don't even know if it's even half, not even half of whatever is going to make up your team if you win. Yeah, you have to be active. Waiver wire trades, this is why you have to keep up with it. But anyways, okay, so for the championship team, who's going to be the tight end? Who gets a ring here? Ferguson, Fryermuth, or Strange?
I'm going to go Muth.
I'm tempted to go Strange. I think Muth is still good enough. Again, if Pickens doesn't play, I'll go Muth. If Pickens does play, then I'll just go Strange. Jim K. PPR 2-2-1. Jones, Bucky, JT, Grendo, Tracy, AJB, Higgins, Adams, Jennings, Judy.
I'm going to go JT, Bucky at running back. Man. Well, there's a flex here. I'm going to go, it's PPR. I'm going to go AJB, Higgins, and Adams. JT, Bucky, AJB, Higgins, Adams.
Yeah, and it is PPR, so there you go. Like Grendo, but I don't think I'm going to set T. Higgins for him. Rashik Barron. Rico White Ford. Flex.
Oh, man. This is tough. This is tough because White has, this is where, okay. White has the much better matchup than Rico this week. Not a good matchup for Rico. But Rico gets every touch in that backfield, and Rico's been really good. But Rachaad White's been pretty good too. Even last week with Bucky playing well, Rachaad White played well.
True.
I think Rachaad White has a little more upside. I'm going to go Rachaad White.
I was thinking Rico. Thinking you were going to go Rico as well. He's been running so effectively lately. Bucks have been better against the run, definitely. But so have the Cowboys, ironically. I mean, this is very close. If it's me, I'd lean Rico. But White is also solid. Daniel Chavez. So once again, Strange, Hawk, or Andrews?
I'm going to go Andrews here.
Kicker question. McLaughlin, Butker.
Butker just lost me my matchup. Get this guy out of here.
I was waiting.
Okay, what is this kicking style where you like drop your left knee to the ground? What is this? Does not seem to be good. What is this?
Yeah, it's not working. That's what it is. That guy. Or Moody.
I don't care. Anybody but Butker.
There you go. Let's see. Moody, San Francisco.
Didn't McLaughlin? You know what the worst part is? Because we had McLaughlin, he wasn't really doing anything. We dropped him for Butker, and he had like 18 points. Have I told you how much I hate kickers?
I'm not sure. I think we have time. Do you want to talk about it? No. Look, let's go Moody because they're playing in the comfort of Miami. And then, Bass. I didn't see Bass. No, forget Bass. Don't want to use McLaughlin. This is more kicker talk. No, I already have Evans, Baker, Bucky. Okay, let's just make it simple and just say you're overthinking it. Go Moody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think about kickers in general? Moving on to John Henry. Thank you, John. Let's see where the question is. All right. I'm going to keep looking till I see it. Oh, here we go. Separate super chat. Zay Flowers, Brian Robinson Jr.
This would normally be B-Rob, but it is a brutal spot against the Eagles. Man, what Zay Flowers? I mean, like one of these days, Zay Flowers is probably going to have a good game again, right? Probably, but geez. If it's PPR, I'll go Zay. If it's half or non, I'll go B-Rob. Take the easy way out on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna still lean Zabe just because it is such a brutal matchup for B-Rob. But even though he hasn't done much, he hasn't had a big game in a while. It's not like Zay Flowers getting you nothing. He at least has that floor. So in PPR, I would go Zay. In half PPR, I would still go Zay. Okay, and this is the follow up to Mr. Ferguson. Talk about Tua. He's got a hurt hip. The guy I'm playing has Love, Chase, Aaron Jones, and Josh Jacobs. I have Book Evans and Jonnu, but I'm thin at QB and RB.
All right, well, I want upside at QB, and I think that's Tua, so I'm just sticking with Tua.
Yeah. Okay. Sam Piazza. Sorry, no need to apologize. You got the membership. You can ask away. I picked up Kendra Miller and Spears. Needs to pick the right flex. Ridley, McMillan, Miller, possibly, or Spears.
Well, if Pollard's out, I'll go Spears. So it's half PPR. I mean, I guess if Kamara's completely out, I'll go Kendre. But if they both look like they're going to play, I'll just go Ridley.
There you go. And then Metallic Fox, get me to the finals, please.
Do our best. We'll do our best.
That's the goal. Standard. Super flex. Okay. 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. Got Murray, 2 at Darnold. So 2 of those.
I think I'm going. Oh man, I'm going Darnold and Murray.
Yeah, I'm not. Again, this is not just my own personal disappointment from last week, but the 49ers defense has looked like the 49ers defense. It's not necessarily going to be a great game for Tua. So Murray and Darnold, and then got Collins, AJB, Cup, JSN, Neighbors, and then B-Rob, Chase Brown, HN, and Aaron Jones. 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and the flex.
All right, Bijan. Wow, you got Bijan, Chase Brown, and HN. Well, that might be good for the flex. Bijan, Chase Brown at running back. Collins, AJB. I'm definitely going to flex HN. So it's between Cup and JSN.
Right. I mean, the matchup definitely favors JSN.
Yeah, I think if Gino's playing, I'm just going to go JSN. He's been so good lately. So Collins, AJB, JSN, Bijan, Chase Brown, HN at the flex. Tight end, Hawker, and Joku. I'm going to go Hawk.
Yeah, go Hawk, even if Joku plays. All right. Good luck. Get to those finals. Rashik Barron. Got Josh Allen, St. Brown, Shakir Cooks. Hopefully that's Cook. James Cook, not Brandon Cooks. Chase Brown, Kittle, Rico, Goff, Zay, Thielen, White, Ford, Laporta. The kicker who doesn't need a name, Atlanta defense, and he starts hit advice.
Well, I don't know how many you start here.
Okay. From my interpretation of this is that he's got the starting lineup up until it says golf, which is Goff. And so I think Rico's his flex, and then the rest of those guys are on the bench.
Yeah, Rico White is close, but if you're feeling Rico, go with Rico. My only worry with Rico is just not much pass catching or touchdown upside.
Yeah, that's the one disappointing thing. He hasn't been scoring. They just throw it when they get near the red zone, near the goal line. But
I mean, you got Cooper Rush. Why not?
Exactly.
Not? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play. I like Shakir this week. I'll play him, even over Thielen and Zay. Definitely Kittle over Laporta. I think it looks good. I think it looks good how you have it.
Yeah, I don't think I would swap anything either. Paul Garza needs 2 in the flex. AJB, Puka Sutton, DJ Moore, McLaurin. So 3 of these guys.
And it's AJB, it's Puka, and then it's either Sutton or Terry. I mean, Sutton, this is not really a great spot for Sutton either here against the Chargers.
No, not necessarily.
I'm probably still going Terry. I think I'm going AJB, Puka, and Terry.
Yeah, the first two were definite. The last three are close. I mean, I think your safest pick is Sutton. Your highest upside potentially is Terry. If it's my team, I'm probably just going with Sutton, so I avoid the risk of another bad Terry game against Philly. But you want to shoot for upside, it's fine too. Western Goods. Cup over Myers. Other two receivers are Lamb and Nico. Also,
well, I'm not playing Kate Otten. He's been terrible since Evans has come back. So Njoku over Otten, yes. I could go Jacoby over Cup this week if Aiden O'Connell plays.
I mean, I know I don't. It's disappointing. Again, Cup is tough because a zero. Who thought it'd be a zero? I don't know if we can go from must start after one game to just say like, nah, he's on the bench, even though we just did that. I still think I would keep Cup in over Myers, even if Aiden O'Connell plays. I think I would. Chig, Juwan, likely over Njoku.
Nah.
Okay, next we have Jim Slim again. Green Bay. Oh, okay. Saying they're playing New Orleans. They got Watson, Dobbs, Wicks on waivers. Starting Higgins and Keenan. Bench, Judy, Thielen, McMillan.
You don't need to add those guys off of waivers. You got Judy, Thielen, McMillan on the bench. You don't need those guys off waivers. No, don't add or start any of those guys on waivers. Start Higgins and Keenan Allen.
Yeah, because even if you pick up one, which, I mean, Wicks is like non-existent. Dobbs is touchdown or bust. Watson would be the only one. I wouldn't start Watson over any of those other bench players you have. So no, don't worry about it. S10. Pick 2, Kyron, Cook, Chuba.
I think I got to go Kyron and James Cook. I do like Chuba this week, but just too much touchdown upside for those guys.
Agree. And then the Raging Seaborg. One flex. Abdullah, who did reemerge randomly sort of last week. Cooper, Smart, Patrick, Coker, Madison, Spears.
I probably just go Spears here. He's got that explosive ability. Pollard's banged up. They have a good matchup this week. I'll just go Spears.
Yeah, man. I don't really have much interest in any of these guys. It would either just be Spears, or you really would just want to roll the dice and hope Coker gets a touchdown. So let's go Spears. Josh Bennett, half, needs 2. Irving, BTJ, London.
Yeah, I'm just going to go Irving and BTJ here.
Yeah, I feel strongly about those two guys. Enough. Yep. You don't have to worry about London. Okay, John Wickering. Welcome back, John. Kyron, Mixon, JT, Bucky, Dowdle, Hubbard, Flowers. 2 and the flex.
Man. I might just go Kyron, Bucky, and JT here. Don't feel good. I mean, Mixon could always have one of those, like 50-yard, 2-touchdown games. I just don't feel like if he doesn't, though, I feel like he could definitely bust against the Chiefs on the road in Arrowhead. So I'm going to go Kyron, JT, and Bucky.
Yeah, I'm totally good with that. Definitely concerned about Mixon. And then pick 1, Shakir, Smith, Hubbard. Looks like B-Rob.
This is close between Shakir and Chuba for me, but Chuba's got another good matchup. He's still really all they got. I I know it's disappointing against Dallas, but it's the Cardinals now. I do like Shakir this week. I think I'm going to go Chuba.
Yeah, they're Chuba or Shakir. Doesn't say. I think these are. I'm assuming they're all PPR. I think they are. Yeah, let's give Chuba another shot. And then it says pick 2 and 1. Gibbs, Jones, Bucky, Kamara, Hubbard, B-Rob. I guess 2 running backs and a flex.
I'm going to go Gibbs and Bucky. Is that Aaron Jones?
Must be.
Yeah, I think I'll go Aaron Jones over Chuba in this one.
What if Kamara does play?
I don't know. With the groin, with Kendre lurking, this guy Kamara hasn't even been good for 5. I mean, he's been okay. He's giving you like a floor, but the ceiling just isn't there for Kamara. Kind of like last year, right? Started hot and then just went cold down the stretch when he needed them most. It's weird how these old guys, it happens to these old guys. Weird. It's like they're fresh to start the year, and then by week 10, they're banged up and terrible. Kamara hasn't been terrible. It's just been okay. Gibbs, Jones. No, I'm going to go Gibbs, Jones, Bucky, regardless.
All right, there you go. Zymalik. Pick 1. Love, Darnold, Rodgers.
Darnold
it is. Marcus Shepard. Start 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex.
You got to start. You got to start Jacobs. Man, I really hope you can start Pollard. I really hope Pollard plays. So Jacobs and Pollard. I'm going to go Wilson, JSN. I think I still got to go Tyreek here over Jennings. Wilson, but there's a flex. I'm going to flex Jennings. I really just do not want to start Tracy. I guess we're only sitting one of these guys. It's Tracy. Unless Pollard is out, then you got to start him.
Yeah, no, you're right. It does look like we're only sitting one. So Tracy's the fairly easy sit. Then, I don't know, Nicholas Humphrey had one earlier. I don't know if this is the same or not. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look.
All right, well, I'm going to go Chase. I feel like we've seen it, but I'll do it again. Chase Brown, Bucky at running back. Higgins, Judy at wide receiver. Garendo at the flex. Jonnu at tight end.
There you go. Oh, we got that. Nicholas Ronskov. A defense question. Bengals, Bills, Colts, Broncos.
I mean, Bengals very, very interesting against DTR, and they just had a big game. I might just play the Bengals again. It's DTR.
Yep. Go figure. One of the worst defenses in the league is going to be one of the best for fantasy. So
Falcons and Bengals winning people fantasy leagues. Why not? 2 of the worst defenses.
This is like that. Start your studs. Don't care about the matchups. And when it comes to defenses, it's the complete opposite. It doesn't even matter how good these defenses are. It's just about the matchup. It's how bad the offense they're facing is.
Yep.
Well, especially this time of year. A Bronx Tale has an interesting question. Who you flex, JT or Tyreek?
JT.
Yep, I think so. Flacco with always some sage advice. Unlike Tyreek, the wrist injury,
Yes.
You can definitely flex that wrist, hit the like button. That's good. That was pretty smooth. John Wickering has. Speaking of JT, man,
That's brutal. It's brutal.
JT,
Brutal.
JT.
Gotta be one of the toughest fantasy football losses to lose on that. Brutal.
I'll just say again, he's one of the last guys I would expect to do that. You know what I mean? Doesn't really.
I don't even understand. Like you're running in for a long touchdown. Why is your initial reaction just to drop the ball? Like, why is that your like?
Yeah, the first thing I want to do as soon as I cross the goal line,
just get this ball out of my hands as quickly as I don't even want this damn thing. Like, I don't want. Like, why is that a celebration for people?
That's a good question. I haven't scored enough touchdowns to know what it.
That's true. I don't even know
Um,
if I ever scored an NFL touchdown, which I never would. That ball would that ball would never leave my arms. Like it would be like this. I would be like sleeping like that. I'd be showering like it would just be like this forever. People would be like, "Why are you holding that football?" Let me tell you.
All right.
I'd be like Ted. I'd be like not Ted Bundy. That was a serial killer. What was Al Bundy?
Al Bundy.
High school 5 touchdown game or whatever.
That's funny. Well, I still feel good about JT. I can't guarantee he'll score a touchdown this week, but condolences, John. I know you weren't the only one, at least. Not that that makes you feel better. Arturo Houston in half, 2 running backs, HN, JT, B-Rob or Tracy.
HN and JT.
Yep. 3 receivers, Nico, Jettis, BTJ, JSN, Jennings, McMillan, Devontae Smith.
Man, I'm glad you get to play 3 of them. Nico, Jefferson, BTJ.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Get those first 3. Defense, Packers or Chargers.
Packers.
And then McBride. Okay. Oh, and then a flex.
I'm going to go JSN at the flex.
Looking for a big payout. It's $2,500. I think you can do it with this team.
That'll be a nice Christmas gift right there. Although I guess championship is after Christmas. But hey, maybe it'll pay for all those gifts.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
This team, you could definitely do it. Let's hope that luck goes your way. Dieter again. Now Sutton over Hill. That's telling. Well, it's not a sure thing. That's why I'm leaning. I would go Sutton.
Yeah, I'm doing it too.
Bates or McManus at the kicker spot.
Bates on the road in Chicago.
Yeah. Let's go.
I guess just go the Packers kicker.
Packers they're at home, but that's not great weather, but it's still.
No, they're in Seattle, but it says winds stay light.
They're in the Saints. They're playing the Saints this week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'll go McManus. And then baseball 96. All right. Full PPR might lose 8K. Have Gibbs and Chase Brown. That's fine. Oh, okay. Flex Jalen McMillan, Debo, or Mooney, and he's already playing London.
Yeah, I'll probably just go McMillan here and hope for that big game.
Yeah. I mean, look at running back. You shouldn't need to start Kamara anyways. You're starting those other 2. It would be nice to flex Kamara, but yeah, just go McMillan. I'm not playing Mooney or Debo. No. Luis. Lineup is Daniels, Henry, Mixon, McConkey, St. Brown, McBride. Bench is Rodgers, Ridley, Jennings, Miller, McMillan. Any changes?
I don't think so. No. I was looking to see if you had somebody over Henry, but you don't. I mean, not that I'm like completely out on Henry this week. But yeah, you're good. Lineup looks good.
No. I mean, again, it's unfortunate that Henry and Mixon, who have been great all year, can't feel great about them this week, but they're not must bench. They're not guys I'm going to sit for Kendrick Miller. So, yeah, let's keep it the way it is. Eric Torres, deep 12-man league. I see. Algier or Bigsby? That is deep.
Jags get Raiders. I'll just go Bigsby.
Yeah, I think. Look, I wouldn't be shocked if Algier does get some more carries, just so they can, control the game, not have to pass it too much. But Bigsby is, I guess, technically the lead running back. I don't know. Start 4 receivers: DK, Judy, Coleman, Thielen, Downs. Wow, 4.
Oh man. All right. Well, I can go Judy, DK, Thielen.
Downs?
I'll just go downs here, I guess. Ugh.
Yeah. Super. He said it's deep. He wasn't lying. Super flex. Aiden O'Connell, Mac Jones.
I'll go Aiden O'Connell against the Jags.
Yep. Quail Man. If Kamara is out, B-Rob, Pollard, Garendo.
I'm just gonna go Garendo. I like Garendo this week. And yes, if Brian Thomas is your flex, that's great.
I'm thinking even if Kamara does play, would you go Garendo over him anyways?
It depends how healthy Kamara is. If Kamara's like practicing full like 2 days in a row off the injury report, I'd probably still go Kamara. But if it's like no practice tomorrow, limited Friday, game time decision type of thing, yeah, I'll just go Garendo.
All right, there you go. Eben Talkington, pick 2, JT Dowdle, White, Najee, Ford.
Again, I'm gonna go JT and White here, but it's very close between White and Rico for me.
Yeah, it's definitely between those first 3. I'm gonna go JT Dowdle. And then Anthony is here, the not so silent majority. What is up? Got a couple of questions. Okay.
Anthony.
Your favorite, JD or Rodgers?
JD.
And then
if
pick
Aaron
one.
Rodgers outscores him, oh well.
I mean, look, he could. Can't pretend that it's not possible, but I'm definitely starting JD. Devonta Smith, DJ Moore, Jacoby Myers, or Josh Downs. No.
I'm gonna go DJ Moore, Myers, Devonta Smith. That's gonna be my order.
Yep, same here. Good luck, Anthony. Nicholas Taflambas. Got Allen, Chase, and Puka, HN and Bucky. At the flex, Shakir, Sharbs, Tracy, or McMillan.
And it's PPR. I'm just going to go Shakir.
Right.
I like
then
Shakir.
Laporta, Strange.
Laporta.
Is that Baltimore or Atlanta?
Yeah, I can't bench Atlanta after last week, and now they get Drew Lock. Give me Atlanta.
Gotta go Atlanta. I like Baltimore this week. They're a solid defense, but landing for the upside. KJ Herring, Kraft, Ertz, pick up Stranger Muth.
Yeah, I would play. Muth is my favorite. He's been scoring like every week, and probably no Pickens again. And Baltimore not very good against tight ends. But I'd also even play Strange over Kraft and Ertz. So either one of them.
Yeah, I would pick up either one of those. I'll still give the edge to Muth over Strange. And then John Smith with another 10-team PPR needs a quarterback and a flex. Kyler Purdy, Stafford, Rush, JSN, Jennings, Spears.
All right, Kyler at QB. Jennings at flex. I mean, unless I'm assuming you can't flex one of these QBs, like it's not super flex. If you can flex a QB, I might go Kyler Rush. But assuming you can't, no, JSN at flex. Kyler at QB, JSN at flex.
There you go. Golden Child also with another one. Second team, Baker or Knicks?
Baker.
Receiver flex suggestions. Okay, well, don't know how many you need. It says down 90. Ouch.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look, it's not over until it's over. That said, Chase, Cup, BTJ, D-Hop, Myers, Ladd, Saquon, HN, Brees. Oh, man, Saquon and Cup let you down last week.
Saquon let you down. Cup let you down. Chase did not. I mean, Chase was okay. I mean, I hope you played BTJ. I don't know if you did. I don't know how many you need here.
Yeah,
okay.
I just saw this. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1.
Okay. So we're going to go Chase and BTJ at wide receiver, Saquon and HN at running back. I don't know. I might flex Jacoby over Cup if Aiden O'Connell plays, but either one of those guys at the flex. Yeah, Baker at QB. I don't see the tight end, so I assume you're just probably good at tight end, whoever you got.
All right, there you go.
I'm guessing you probably have Bowers.
Yeah.
If you're down
Yeah,
90, you probably have Bowers. Brock
yeah.
Bowers, no showing. Another one of these guys carried you all year and just no showing at the worst time. Just no showing at the worst possible time. Feels like there's been a lot of those guys this year.
I'll just say this. Again, not just trying to like blow smoke here, just try to like make you feel better, but you have very good players, right? You got Chase and Cuppy. If he outscored you by 90 points last week, why can't you outscore him by 90 points this week?
True. Hey.
Jamar Chase could put up 40 points by himself. He's done that. Saquon also. So I'm just saying, it's not over till it's over. Juice, what is up? This is a special Chris question.
Neither, no, and no.
No stink eye. Just got the triple negative there. Does that say sweato weather? Is that what it's supposed to say? Swata water. I don't know what that says. Swata water. No PPR, one running back and two flexes. Mixon, Henry, Cook, Brown. So who sits?
Henry.
Henry Ken.
Sits. I think Henry sits.
Although
I will say I could sit Mixon.
Yeah. What makes this really tough is it is non-PPR. I don't know. I still think Mixon has enough touchdown upside. Henry still does. I don't know how he's not scoring lately. The one I might consider is Cook, just because what I know is Cook is on like an every other game thing, right? He says 100 yards or 20, 120, 100. But it's such a good matchup, right? This is a Patriots.
But that's the thing. I don't want that. Like, this is what I said last week. Like, I know it was a tough matchup, but I'm like, I feel like this game could be a shootout.
It was.
And he could have like one of those 2 touchdown games, and I just don't want that on my bench. Like, I just don't want, like, okay, let's say Henry goes for 100 yards and a touchdown. Okay, that's a good game, right? It's a good game. Let's say Mixon goes for like 80 yards and a touchdown. That's a good game. But James Cook has the potential to go for 102.
Right. Yeah. But that's almost my worry, and I'm being serious with this. The Bills, the Patriots, is that it's not going to be a shootout because the Bills are going to win easily, and maybe James Cook doesn't get more than 10 carries or even 10 carries. It's like, hey, let's give Ray Davis, some run.
I know, but I feel like we've said that many times this year, and it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Let's sit Derrick Henry.
It's either Henry or Mixon for me. They got the tough matchups this week.
Yeah. All right, Miguel Duarte. 1 receiver, 1 flex. This is full PPR. Myers, Thielen, Addison, Rico, Bucky, Shakir. We're going to not worry too much about the weather. It always rains in Seattle.
I think you got to flex Bucky. Full PPR. Man, it's between Myers, Addison, and Shakir for me.
It wasn't a big game last week like it was the last time. I still like Addison enough, and his matchup this week is, of course, not as great for him, but it's fine. But Jacoby's the one you feel like he should get a healthier target share with AOC,
Yeah, he's in a smash spot. Such a good spot. Man, I know Addison has that like 30-plus point ceiling. And I mean, just Jacoby doesn't, even with Aiden O'Connell. I mean,
right. I mean, Addison definitely we know has a higher ceiling, but he also has a lower floor. I'm fine with Myers if O'Connell is starting.
Yeah, I think I go Myers with O'Connell. Otherwise, I go Addison.
There you go. Domingo Salazar, Metcalf, Neighbors, Downs, Pacheco, Downs. Needs a flex.
Really wants to put Downs in there, I guess. Not doing Downs. I'm going to go Neighbors here.
Yeah. Neighbors it is. And that we got another one from I don't know. How do we How am I supposed to say that?
Well, it's Swata water.
Swat of water.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
a very cute picture of a dog.
Yes.
No PPR. Pick 3. Chase Brown, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Zay Flowers, Lad
Did we do
McConkey.
this?
One of the Jay Williamses.
It's not one of the wide receivers. It's I feel like we just did this just without the wide receivers.
Yeah.
I'm going Chase Brown, James Cook, Mixon, but it's Mixon and Henry are close. It's going to come down to probably do one of those guys score or not.
Right. So, yeah, it's non-PPR. The receivers don't make a difference here. John. 2 running backs between Garendo, Tracy, Ramondre, Ford.
Garendo and Ramondre.
Agree. And then 3 receivers. So 1 sits. Who sits?
I'm sitting Ridley here. It's close between him and DK, sadly, but I'll sit Ridley.
That's interesting. I was thinking between him and Flowers. So I guess we're both thinking Ridley. Let's sit Ridley. Andrews or Muth? We've been saying Andrews.
I don't think it's close here. Sure, Andrews is fine. They feel very similar. I think I actually like Muth a little better.
You like Muth better?
Yeah.
Go Muth.
Just feel better about his targets. I mean, obviously, if Pickens is out. If Pickens plays, then yeah, probably go Andrews. But it's not looking good for Pickens. So.
No. I mean, yeah, this does definitely depend on Pickens. Christopher Bowman. Looking for the question. Here we go. It's back here. Bench either Higgins, Nico, Sutton, or Evans.
What? I think I'm benching Sutton. Painful, as painful as that is.
Yeah. Sutton, the only one I would even consider might be Higgins, but not the way Burrow's playing. Sit Sutton. All right, Juice. Still fighting. Appreciate it. Tyjay, Allen. Is that Braylon Allen? I think it is. Bigsby, Ray Davis, Gibson, as in Antonio, Raheem Mostert. Pick one. Pick one to do what with?
Just pick one of these guys. I'm just gonna go with Tyjay Spears in PPR.
There you go. Oh man, this is even worse. John keeps getting worse. The JT drop. He said it cost him for 6 person anytime TD cost him almost $1,000.
Oh my
now
god!
That's more painful than losing the.
And you know what? In your case, I might just bench JT out of spite and rage.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Man. Okay, okay, so Christopher Bowman, we just did this, but also wants to know, do I start Mixon or Garendo? I think
I still have to go Mixon.
Yeah, we had this earlier, didn't we? I feel like we did because I did this whole thing. It's close. I wouldn't be shocked if Garendo outperforms. I know it might be confusing because like when you see the boom video, it's like this guy could go off. I'm going to talk about Garendo. And I just did the thing on Fantasy Pros where they asked for a bust and I put Joe Mixon. But it doesn't mean that I guarantee that Garendo is going to outscore Joe Mixon. It's just Mixon will be disappointing, I think, and could be a big bust. But he could also still score a touchdown. He'll probably catch some passes. He's still startable. And there's no guarantee Garendo has a big game. Just he's got the ceiling. He's got the potential. All right. Ignacio Macias needs a flex. Garendo, Najee, Strange, Tim Patrick, Kareem Hunt.
Garendo. Definitely Garendo here.
Yeah, between this group, we could definitely go Garendo. NTY, welcome back. 10-team PPR. You got the Bengals and Strange. Here's the final lineup. Baker, Nico, St. Brown, Cook, Connor, Strange, and Keenan. Got the Bengals at defense and the Texans kicker. Thielen, Pollard, McMillan on the bench. Look good.
Yeah, I don't think I'm starting any of those guys. Kind of strange. Yeah, you're good.
Yep. I wouldn't change anything here. I think if Pollard's healthy and he plays, it's a good matchup. I think he'll be fine. Feel better about him than I did last week. I think Thielen is still going to be fine, but all your starters have more upside. So you're good. And then another one, I think this is the same question again from the sweater weather or whatever. Dan Coney. It's the whole thing. Okay. Super sticker. Thank you. Oh, and then here's a super chat. Flex, B-Rob, or Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen.
And then Kelsey or Muth?
Oh, boy. Can I do it? I don't think so. I think I'm still going Kelsey. Maybe I'm going to regret this. Sounds like Mahomes is playing.
Yeah, like if Mahomes wasn't playing, sure, I'll bench Kelsey. But I think you still have to go Kelsey. He'll get targeted. He'll be fine. So this looks like a different one from Ignacio Macias. Okay, so tight end, Kraft or Strange?
Strange.
Flex. Oh, I don't think we can flex Strange if we already started him. So Najee, Kraft, likely Tim Patrick, still Kareem Hunt.
Oh man. Oh boy. I mean, do we think Tim Patrick scores another touchdown? I don't know. I think I'll just go Najee here. Take whatever I get.
Yeah, it's not a tight end. Yeah, I think from this group, I think it's Najee. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure why we're rolling with 3 tight ends. You can drop likely because you're not going to play him. There might be somebody on your waivers, maybe not because you already have Tim Patrick. Check out the waiver video and check out your waiver wire and see if there's anybody with more upside. S-Tan, Hurts, Barkley, Kyron, London, Higgins, Laporta, Cook, Bates, and Bills. On the bench is Chuba, JSN, McConkey, Reed, Auden, Boswell. You're benching Boswell? How can you bench
Isn't
Boswell?
Boswell like the number 1 kicker?
He is.
Whatever. I don't know anything. So whatever. Do whatever you want with the kicker. Barkley, Kyron. Higgins. Who's your other? Who else do you have a wide receiver besides London? I'd probably go McConkey over London
or JSN.
Oh, I go JSN over London. It looks like Gino's playing. Yeah, I was gonna, but you got James Cook at the flex. Yeah, I'll just go JSN over London. Everything else looks good.
Here you go. And this is a good time to put that reminder. So I'm glad you said this. The tabler. What's the name of the app? I'm glad you asked. If you didn't check it in the beginning, our app is called Draft Lane. So you can go right now to the App Store or Google Play Store and search Draft Lane, and you'll find it. So it's a free download. And then there are some paid features on there, just so you'll notice. But you can ask a question, waiver wire question, trade question, anything fantasy football related. And the cool thing is, if you're in a Yahoo or Sleeper league, all our leagues we use Sleeper. ESPN, I know a lot of people are on ESPN, but ESPN is not the most friendly app to use. And so we don't have integration with that quite yet. But if you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, you can sync your leagues and see your league history and records and standings and all that with the app. And if you ask a waiver question, we can look and see who's available on your waiver wire. It's pretty cool. We can search and tell you exactly who to pick up. Same thing with trades. We can even see your league mates' rosters if you use Yahoo or Sleeper to answer those trade questions. And there's going to be a lot more features coming in the next season. But for now, again, you can ask any question on there. So it's Draft Lane. Go download it for free. All right. We're actually almost caught up to the super chats, and we'll do, of course, our member questions. Then we'll do some more other questions, but we don't want to keep people waiting. So next is Tyler Bug. Welcome, Tyler. Flex, JT, Rico, Ladd, or Myers?
In PPR, man, I think I still got to go JT here. Even after he did John very wrong.
I mean, I kind of like all of these guys this week, but I do still think JT has the most upside. I mean, other than that, he was good last week. He had a 100-yard game, should have had a touchdown. So I'm still starting JT. And then we have Ray Clips It, Kyler, or JD?
JD. I'm just probably not going to say no to JD this whole week. I'm just going to let you guys know now, unless you ask me like Josh Allen, JD, Lamar, JD, Joe Burrow, JD, guys like that.
Right. And you guys will see if you haven't, when you get to see the QB tight end start sit video, still have JD in there, right, as a must start, which means you got him, you're starting him unless you somehow have him and one of those other quarterbacks you mentioned. So just go with him. And then this is an interesting one. Let's put this up. We have not had enough Penix questions. Harry Beeves, Stroud or Penix?
Stroud.
All right. Just sweater. Okay. Confirming sweater weather. Sir Capelot got me the win last week. All right. Good. Need start, sit, help. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 3 flex. Okay. So JD or Tua. It's JD.
JD.
McLaurin, Hill, Addison, Myers, London, and Tillman are the receivers. Mondre, Cook, Swift, Tracy, and Swift are the running backs. 2, 2, and 3 flex.
All right, I'm gonna go. Pretty sure I'm gonna go Terry, Addison, and Jacoby at wide receiver. At flex. Oh, 3 flexes.
3 flexes. 2 receivers and 3 flexes.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna play Terry, Tyreek, Addison, and Jacoby. So that's 2 wide receivers and 2 of our flexes. I'm going to go James Cook and Ramondre. I probably still have to play Drake London here as my 3rd flex. So all those wide receivers, Cook and Ramondre.
Yeah, good with that. Don't feel good about Tracy. Swift is just not getting you much of anything.
And I think I saw Rashawn Johnson back in practice, and so
just to steal whatever touch upside Swift didn't have.
Exactly.
There you go. So Mondre, Cook, and then basically those first 5 receivers. All right, Capelot. Good luck. And then Trevor still with the sticker. Where's Trevor's question? Let's see. Maybe it's back here. There. Okay, this is it's full PPR. 10-man full PPR. Not sure what to do.
Ooh.
After the bench went off, HN Bijan and Connor, Cup, BTJ, Jennings, Hill, Neighbors, Harrison needs 2 each and a flex.
I'm guessing you had Connor on the bench, which makes sense, but I'm guessing you probably played Cup
and Hill,
Jennings, and Tyreek or something like that. All right. Well, this week we're gonna go. Man, I 2 each in a flex. I might honestly play those. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna play those 3 running backs. I'm gonna play all 3 of them. I think you definitely got to play BTJ. And I think I probably play Cup. I know he just got you a 0, but he's got to be better. Like Jennings, Tyreek, Neighbors, Harrison. I know Neighbors just went off, but that was all with Tim Boyle. He's not starting. So I'm going to play those 3 running backs, Cup and BTJ.
Yeah, I mean, we know Drew Lock is going to be the quarterback. That can't make you feel good about Neighbors. All right, there you go. I mean, look, all 3 of your running backs should have big games this week. So I definitely want to put Connor in my lineup. So I would, go those 3 running backs, BTJ and Cup. All right, then let's see. We have OJ, DJ Moore, or Jerome Ford.
DJ Moore.
This is half PPR. I still go DJ
Yeah,
Moore.
I mean,
Like
Jerome
DJ
Ford is fine if you're like, I need a running back this week, but he doesn't have the upside DJ Moore does.
Yeah, DJ Moore. Even if it's non PPR, I might even go DJ Moore. I think he'll have a good week, but also Ford. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know how many touches he'll get. Golden Child now wants to know Philly and Broncos D. Which one?
I can't start Philly against Jaden Daniels. Let's go Broncos.
Yeah, let's go Broncos based on matchup here. And then let's see. Okay. Well, how about Chewy the Bichon? Needs a flex. Keenan, Pollard, Flowers, Jennings, Ramondre, and then defense.
Keenan at the flex, assuming it's any kind of PPR. I might just flex Keenan over these guys no matter what, honestly. He destroyed Detroit last time, 2 touchdowns. And then, oh, man. I think I'm just going to go Cincinnati against DTR, although it's tough to bench Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's certainly the better defense, but DTR just...
Yeah, I know. Again, you have to go matchup. Matchup matters. I mean, I was totally out on Cincinnati last week, even though it was Will Levis. Yeah, you saw what Cincinnati did. So go matchup. Go Cincy. I'm not going to put that one on. How about Freddie Rod? 4 down, Thielen or Keenan over Brees or Neighbors?
Yeah, I'll go Keenan. If we're only picking one, I'll go Keenan.
He's saying over Brees or Neighbors? Like, we're picking who to go over, or that's what I'm not sure.
All right, I'll rank them in PPR. I'll rank them Keenan, Neighbors, Brees, Thielen, and then I hope you don't need more ranking than that.
Right. Good points. Jonathan Flavel, Goff or Knicks?
I think I gotta still go Goff. I mean, there's definite disaster for Goff here, but Knicks has been bad. Goff.
Right. Goff it is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Knicks lately. All right. Another Penix question. Just to test your will. Mark Ogata, Penix or Stafford?
Stafford.
All right. Jay, in a 14-man league, Downs or Coker?
I mean, Coker got targets last week. I know it was all like an 83-yard touchdown, but he got only one less target than Thielen. I might just go Coker.
Well, that's the good and bad thing. He's going to be volatile because he gets those deep targets. But the good thing is he gets deep targets, right? So,
right.
Like Downs might get you 5 catches for 42 yards. Coker, it's either going to be like 2 for 28, or it could be, 3 for 71 and a touchdown. I'll take the upside of Coker. Let's see. Any others that we haven't talked about? We are caught up, so we'll hang out for a couple more minutes. And then if you do have any questions you definitely want to get answered before tomorrow, which, by the way, we'll be back tomorrow. Give us a thumbs up, by the way, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and turn on notifications so you know as soon as we go live. We'll be back tomorrow before the game. Let's see. Okay, Sharaf really wants to know, even though I know the answer. It's the test of your will again. Sharaf, JD or Aaron Rodgers?
JD. Not a test of my will.
Francisco Rivera needs help at tight end and QB. Smart or Strange?
Strange.
Tua or Purdy?
Tua.
Ruben.
What's up?
Hall, Mixon, Connor, Rico, Adams, DJ Moore, 2 running backs, only 1 flex.
I go Connor and Mixon. And I think you got to flex Devontae Adams. I don't think you can bench Devontae Adams right now. So Connor, Mixon, Devontae.
Yeah, in full PPR, just how many targets he's getting. Exactly. You just have to go Devontae Adams. Connor and Mixon it is. There you go. Papa Izzy needs 2. Pacheco, Rashad White, or Sharbs, or Walker.
I think I just go Rashad White here. Even if Walker plays, I think I just go Rashad White.
Yeah, I can't feel great about either Seahawk running back, no matter who's healthy or who plays. So let's go. It says 2. Oh man, we need 2. Rashad White and Pacheco.
Ah man,
I don't really want to start Pacheco.
I think I'll go Walker if he plays. Otherwise, Sharbs.
Yeah, I just noticed that. All right, Nick Trujillo, Judy or McMillan in half.
Judy.
Stranger Hawk.
Hawk.
Yeah, I'm going Strange, just a little bit over Hawk. And then, okay, let's see. Kyle Siebert audio. Myers or Worthy?
Myers. Assuming O'Connell plays, which sounds like he will.
Right. All right. Let's do a couple of quick ones. Everybody wants their question answered. We'll do as many as we can. Tua or Murray?
Tua.
Miguel has a kicker question. Bates or Fairbairn?
Hasn't Fairbairn he's a Houston kicker, right? Hasn't he been like one of the best kickers? Don't you just roll them every week?
He's been pretty good. So going fair.
Yeah, it's gonna go him. Not gonna invest a whole lot into that.
Okay. All right, fine. Let's do Jet Shepherd. Once this question answered, here we go. 4 flex, 1. I guess it just means 1 PPR. 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Wait, what? 4 flex? Or start for the flex? I don't know. What is it? What do we need here?
I don't know. You pulled this one up.
I didn't.
You pulled this confusing one up. I think he's saying start for the flex. Start. It's full PPR. So 2 running backs, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. I think is what he's saying.
Gibbs, Mixon, Hall, Neighbors, BTJ, Cup, Devontae Hill, go.
I'm going James Conner, Jahmyr Gibbs, BTJ, Devontae Adams. Yeah, he's saying okay. Start 4, flex 1. So yeah, Connor Gibbs.
Okay. That makes
Connor
sense.
Gibbs, BTJ Adams. It's full PPR. Can I go Cup over Mixon? I might. It's either Cup or Mixon. Mixon a little safer. But in full PPR, I might go Cup.
Yeah, it does make sense. Start 4, flex 1, 4 because 2 plus 2 equals 4. So yeah, got that. No worries, Jet. You're good. Paco Pedroza. For the flex, Derrick Henry, Lad McConkey, and Bucky Irving, and I'm afraid it's not going to be Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Bucky. I just like Bucky. All formats, I just like Bucky.
So sad. So sad. Does he, if you have Derrick Henry, hypothetically, in your lineup for the first 15 weeks, and then you bench him this week and or next week and you still win the championship, does he still count as a league winner?
I think it depends what he does. But look, he got you here. He certainly carried you here, so.
Right. But like what if like I'm saying, like because some people this week is their championship. So you like this week, look, I'm in it. I don't trust him. So you don't start him this week. You win the championship. Was he a league winner?
Debatable, I think.
Well, let's debate it right now. League winner, yes or no? No. Okay. Maybe. So like
Maybe.
a half league winner. Half
It
winner?
depends what if he has a good game this week, yes, he's definitely a league winner.
Okay.
If he's a total bust this week, we have to talk because that's going to be like week 15 and 16 that he busted in both those games. So
Yeah. Which he might. Okay, Moose Raymond. PPR and he's flex. We got Sam Darnold, Henry, Bucky, Lamb, Neighbors, Laporta, Dowdle, Atlanta. The bench is Terry, Cade, Nix, Algier, Strange, Amir, Walker, Pickens.
Terry on the bench, but we got. I'm playing Terry over Neighbors. Personally, I'm playing like if you don't want to bench Neighbors, I'd play Terry over Dowdle and PPR.
Worried about DH. Which one is DH? Derrick Henry. Oh, worried about Derrick Henry. Okay, look, worried about Derrick Henry, but who would you start instead of Derrick Henry here?
No, I'm not starting Algier.
Walker? I'm not going to start Walker.
No.
Okay, so this league, you'll have Derrick Henry as league winner. And then McLaurin, yeah, worried about him, but you have to worry about Neighbors too. So there you go. J Mac and half PPR. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. JJ Nico, Evans, Neighbors, Kyron Mixon, Chase Brown, and Bucky.
Wow. Kyron and Chase Brown at running back. JJ Nico at wide receiver. I like Bucky this week, but I don't think I can bench Evans. He can win you your week, Evans. Man.
You have got some talent on this team, so I think he'll be good. There you go, J-Mac. Marcus Parker needs help with the whole lineup. All right, let's do it. QB's Knicks, AR, and Herbert.
Oh, man.
Well, Marcus, not going to lie, I don't love any of these options, but you got what you got. Who would you roll out there?
I'd probably go Knicks.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like Herbert is my last choice here. Just the upside is not there. His matchup is bad. It's like, do I hope AR runs in a touchdown? Or do I just go with Knicks? He can't be bad again, can he? He could.
Hey, he did throw 3 touchdowns, at least.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it should be Knicks. I'm almost tempted to just say, what the hell, just go AR, but that's probably not a good strategy. Let's go Knicks. Running backs are Cook, Javante, Pacheco. Okay, well.
Cook and Pacheco.
Yeah, I can't do it. And Jaleel McLaughlin might not play because he's hurt. I don't care. I don't want Javante. St. Brown, Cup, Garrett Wilson.
I'll go St. Brown, Garrett Wilson. If you need a flex, it's Cup.
Yeah, flex would be the best of the non-starters. So there you go. And then got 3 tight ends, Bowers, Strange, or Jonnu.
It sounds like O'Connell's playing. I'm going Bowers, even though he's let you down 2 weeks in a row.
Right. But if it's O'Connell, I think it's at least better. All right, there you go. Good luck, Marcus. And then Juice with the weekly reminder, maybe daily reminder.
Yeah, daily. I think it's daily at this point.
Light a candle for Taysom. They'll be lit all throughout the offseason. And then Boomer, okay, wants to know when we're going to do another underdog draft or a playoff.
Yeah, I was thinking because after this, we only have 1 more week, and then the fantasy season's over. Probably will start doing some underdog playoff drafts. So stay tuned.
I mean, they're already doing. They've been for like a long time. They've been doing the playoff best ball. I feel like they started the playoff best ball after like week 12 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. We could and we should. We were talking about this earlier. I haven't even had that much time to do pick'ems on underdog because just so busy with everything. But Yeah, we should do one. The student becoming the master. I don't know. Perhaps Sir Boomer. One day, young grasshopper. Although you're the boomer, you're not the
Right.
young one. Santiago has a question here: Hertz or JD?
Okay, here I'll bench JD for Hurts.
Yeah, go Hertz, and then sit either AJ, Terry, BTJ, or Evans.
I think here I'll sit Terry in that tough matchup.
Right. With this group, you don't have to risk the Washington players. You got good players: Zach Dabney, Tua, or Michael Penix.
Tua.
Yeah, just not enough upside here. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, we're caught up. All right, I think we're good for tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow. Again, like, subscribe on the way out if you haven't already. Talked about Underdog. If you haven't joined Underdog, you don't know what we're talking about, try it out. You still get time to get a free pick in. It's Justin Herbert just getting 1 yard. Take the higher, 0.5 total yards. That's a free pick for you. And you get this if you're new to Underdog. Just use code ENDGAME when you sign up because it gets you the free pick. It gets you some bonus cash. So it'll still match half of your initial deposit, all the way up to $1,000 worth of bonus cash. So use code ENDGAME. Try it out. You can do the picks. You can do those playoff best ball drafts like Boomer was talking about. You can do the weekly drafts. There's a lot on there. And if you like other sports, NBA, NHL, whatever else is going on these days, you can do those picks too. All right, guys, have a good night, and hopefully see you all tomorrow before the game.